Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. In this video, I've got a calisthenics focused pull workout that I wanted to share with you. Before we dive in, I'd like to mention that I've already done a brief warm up off camera to get the blood flowing. Now let's kick things off with the muscle up. Muscle ups are a technical movement, so I always make sure I start with banded single reps to make sure my technique is on point. I believe it's essential to nail down the form before going all out with my body weight or additional weight. As a part of the warm up for muscle ups, I always start with a heavier band and then use lighter bands before eventually going down to body weight for a single rep. After doing a body weight muscle up, I decide to go for a few sets of singles of weighted muscle ups, still working the weight up. I do this to overload the nervous system, so when I go into my working set it just feels a little bit lighter. In this session I managed to get up to 5 kg muscle up with decent form. Now we're going to move on to the working set, and the plan was to do 3 sets of 3 reps, 2 reps and 1 rep. The aim of these muscle ups was to prioritize maintaining good form. If I sensed my form was going off, I'd pause, rest and then proceed to the next set. After the muscle ups, we're going to move on to doing pull-ups, and I'm going to begin with a warm-up set using 7.5 kgs. So I'm using 7.5 kgs as it's going to be half of the weight of my top set, which I'm aiming for 15 kgs. In the warm-up set I'm just aiming for 5 to 8 reps just to get the body used to the movement. Next I'm performing the top set with 15 kilograms, aiming for a minimum of 8 reps. Following the top set, I performed 2 back-off sets with around 70% of the weight from the top set, and I'm aiming again for 8 reps a minimum. On the second back off set I don't quite get in the range I wanted to be in, so I had to turn it into a drop set, going down to body weight to achieve the target reps. Next I'm going to be doing some tucked front lever work, and this time I'm using a black band for assistance. This movement is still relatively new to me, so I'm taking it very slow to perfect my form. I have intentionally opted for a slightly heavier band than I need, just to really focus on form and build that mind-muscle connection. And I'm going to complete 3 sets of this exercise with this band. To wrap up the session, I decided to do some isolation work for my biceps, and this time I went with a few sets of hammer curls. My form isn't that great in the first set, but after reviewing the footage I do try to make some adjustments, although it's still not quite there in the second set. In the final set of hammer curls, I tried to push myself until I reached technical failure. Now once I reached that level of failure, I switched to a supinated grip as I find these more easy, and then I'll squeeze out a few reps until I reach failure again. Okay guys, that's a wrap for the pull day session. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I love to hear your thoughts on the workout and the movements, so please drop any comments below. Thanks, and until next time, take care.